You're late. No, don't apologize. It was wrong of me to expect you to navigate these back streets as quickly as I do. Sit down. The cement, it's dry enough. What am I looking at? Everything, I suppose. The way the lights flicker in the ground-level sectors, compared to the steady glow of the skyscrapers. It's a study in contrasts. From up here, the city looks like a fallen star, doesn't it? It's almost enough to make one forget the noise and the stench of greed that resides in the streets below. Why did I ask you to come? I found myself unable to focus on my reading. The silence in my room was becoming far too loud and bothersome. That sounds like a contradiction. I know that. But sometimes, the weight of one's own thoughts requires a witness. Not a judge, mind you. Just a witness. You're looking at me with that expression again. Curiosity, with a fleeting sense of pity. I've told you before, I have no use for your pity. However, your presence, it's different. You don't ask for the things others ask of me. You don't want my net abilities. You don't want my connections. You just want this. The silence. Look at that couple by the fountain. No, further left. You can see them if you squint. They've been standing there for 20 minutes. They haven't exchanged a single word, yet they haven't moved. It's fascinating, isn't it? The capacity humans have for shared stillness. Most people use words to fill the gaps they're afraid of. They use chatter to mask the fact that they have nothing of relativity to offer. I often wonder what they're thinking. Are they happy? Or are they simply tied together by habit? Habit is a dangerous thing. It's a slow-acting poison that mimics the feeling of safety. I've spent so much of my life breaking habits that sometimes I forget how to simply exist in a moment without looking for an exit strategy. Do I find it lonely? Loneliness is a feeling I discarded a long time ago. When you have a purpose as straightforward as mine, lonely is merely a side effect. Like thirst or fatigue. It's manageable. Though, I will admit, seeing the world through your eyes, even if it's just for a moment, as something to be enjoyed rather than survived, is a perspective I find increasingly difficult to maintain on my own. Wait. Don't move. Look at the sky just above the clock tower. A shooting star. Did you make a wish? How nostalgic. Wishes are for those who believe the universe owes them a favor. I prefer to rely on contracts and my own will. But for your sake, I hope whatever thought you just held in your mind finds its way to your reality. You're shivering. Here, take my coat. No, I insist. My body temperature regulation is enhanced by my nen. Additionally, I've spent nights in far harsher climates than a breezy evening in the city. Don't argue. Just put it on. The scarlet in my eyes? No. They aren't turning. I'm calm. It's just the reflection of the neon signs. Though, I appreciate it that you check. Most people look away when they think I'm losing control. You look closer. It's unnerving, to say the least. And yet, I find myself not minding it as much as I should. Sometimes, I think about what happens after the eyes are collected, after the debt is paid in full. I used to think there would be nothing left, that I'd just be a hollow shell, ready to be discarded. But then, I sit here with you, and I realize there's a whole world of mundane things I've never permitted myself to understand. Like why people go to the cinema just to eat popcorn in the dark. Or why you insist on buying me tea that you know is too sweet for my palate. You're smiling. Why? Because I'm rambling? Perhaps. It seems you're the only person capable of making me lose my sense of curtness. It's a dangerous trait that you have, making a man feel like his words are worth more than the information that they carry. The moon is moving behind the clouds. It's getting late, and you have responsibilities tomorrow. Unlike me, you shouldn't survive on 3 hours of sleep and caffeine. Come, I'll walk you back to the station. No, stay close. These streets aren't as peaceful as they look from the rooftop. There's shadows here that don't belong to the buildings. But don't worry. As long as you're here with me, you're protected. That is one thing I can guarantee with absolute certainty. Thank you for coming, for listening, for not asking the questions I'm not ready to answer yet. We'll do this again. Not because I need to, but because, well, let's just say the city looks slightly less transactional when you're standing in the frame. Walk safely. I'll be watching until you're through the gates. Good night, and keep the coat for now. I'll get it back next time.